Refugees. We have to do this one too. This is the return to one of the DLCs, Return to Ostagar, I think. Oh my god, it's like right there. You're really going all the way around? Whoa!
There, more of the fiends ahead.
Oh my god. What the hell? That's a lot of stuff. Win? There's an emissary there. We should probably earthquake that. Actually, I think everybody should go over there. Just cause, yeah. Wanna summon the... Oh, the wolf is in waiting right now. Holy smite. Holy smite this dude. Did everyone get burnt by somebody? Oh, I'm not saving any refugees today, man. There's way too... If I had Morrigan here, that critical strike could be good. Here, are we all doing alrightish? Liliana's way too far back. What the heck? Okay, you gotta give me a life ward. I wanna go get the emissary, but these guys here have gotta have some help. Alistair, how are you doing? Can you petrify that guy? Liliana, you should have suppressing fire on then. There's one refugee over there.
It is begun.
I think I'll have to leave him alone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. What did I tell you?
Oh god. Liliana's so far back. Did the petrify work? Did I even give it time to travel? I don't think so. For some reason, Wynn is fighting a bunch of people by herself over there. What the heck? Liliana, help her. Oh no, this is not good. They're not beefy enough for this. We should either go or go. Like, I'll go. Fantastic. Win. Y'all right? Can you stone fist the dude? Oh, not that dude, the dude in front of you. Right. And then heal yourself one extra time. Doing all right here?
I suppose violence.
Okay, you guys get that one guy, all right? I'm gonna go hone in on this dude.
It shall be done.
Whoa. Fire and all that. Liliana? You good? Freaking deal with this guy already. I'm not looking hot. I think Wynn needs to get rid of this dude right in front of my face immediately. Oh, I can put a glyph on this guy though. Resist it. Oh, Wynn is using her... She's using the sword already. Can she still summon stuff with a sword? That's kind of cool, actually. But I imagine it's not as good as the staff. Okay, Wynn is alone temporarily. I think you'll be okay for now. Running out of Lyrium potions though, I think. Liliana, you got the last guy there? Good. Get that one dude then. Or summon a wolf maybe.
Headed.
Okay, I think we're doing Alright, Win is very hurt, but if she stays here, she should be fine. Come on. Ooh. Don't attack Win. Oh man, dude, there's like one refugee here.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
One is better than nothing. Yikes. There were so many of them though, and the refugees, they only had their fists. Well. Interesting to see. Okay, so Win right now, I want to see what's going on with her stats as I switch weapons. Her magic rating, spell power, actually doesn't change as I switch weapons. It's better that she's using... Yeah. Oh, if I'm using the staff, then she has a little bit more constitution, +2. But she can just have the sword the whole time, which has +5 magic on it. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should just let her keep it, and she can do her thing. Okay. So the wolf summoned way too late this time. I think because it was on cooldown from the previous map. Bit of a shame.
Very well.
Oh, it's a massacre here.
It shall be done.
Can we buy elf root somewhere? I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in the stores I checked earlier. Levi's place and all that. Go home. Be safe. Be safe. You defeated the darkspawn in the area and rescued the refugees. Refugee. Report the success to the Chantry board. You disrupted Loghain's forces. Strange creature. We haven't had any random encounters for a while. You know what? Should we go to Flemeth now as well? Before we go back? Yeah, these are done now. Any small things around here? I don't think so. To hand in the quest, we can just wait till we go back to Denerim or something. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could. Let me just make a save here. Oh. But this is gonna be... Kill Flemeth and take her real grimoire. Morrigan has spent much time reading the tome you found in the Circle Tower. However, while it wasn't exactly a book of Flemeth's magic as she had hoped, she has learned one thing. Flemeth intends to use her to prolong her life. Morrigan has decided that Flemeth must die, and that Flemeth's real grimoire is to be hers. You agree to kill Flemeth for Morrigan. The old witch is likely where you last saw her. And she instructed that we should go without her, which we are doing right now. But are we really gonna kill her? Are we really? It's been a while since we've had a random encounter. Surprisingly.
Very well.
Dead people. And a rogue. Oh, she scared me. My God. If you want to attack, just attack. It's not that big a deal. Oh.
Very well.
Whoa, even Win is just rushing into the heat of battle now. Oh, there's people everywhere. That thing is always on cooldown now. Shoot, man. Liliana, I want you to use it right now. We need to add Holy Smite to Alistair's tactics. Win. I think you should... Combat magic. Give that... I'll look into that one a little bit more deeply later on. Let me just deal with whatever's happening in front of us.
It's begun.
There's a freak ton of people here.
I shall. Very well.
We'll just focus on one or two dudes.
Grab some.
Alistair. Be careful.
Gain the advantage. As you say.
Give me a thing. Liliana, should dirty fight some people. Spread our focus a little bit. Oh, the scatter shot stuns people too, doesn't it? Ooh. It's silly that she's so close, but she's still using her bow.
Very well.
Let's make this quick.
Can we force an invisible rogue to appear by attacking them?
Yes.
Damn, Win is so proactive now. I love it.
Defend yourself.
That went well.
Wow, I feel like, surprisingly, this is the exact same team as we had before, but after getting some new skills, it feels like things are just...
I shall do it.
Everyone's going ham and railing on people. Mage's war boots. Trap. Win? Would you like those boots? Oh, they're so much better! So much better. That guy had nothing to say. He was just here to kill us. Okay. Sure. Whatever you want. Indomitable. We all got the good stuff. Okay, so let me look at
Hello.
combat magic. The Arcane Warrior channels magic inward, trading fatigue for an attack bonus. And the ability to use their magic as strength. Fade Shroud. But I want to use... using magic as strength means that... Oh, because she's going to go up to people and do melee attacks now. That might be a bad thing because Win's not that beefy. If she stays away from people, then she'll be more survivable. But if she goes up to people, Okay, well,
I shall do so.
we'll just see how it goes. She's here. Flemeth? Have you been expecting me? Remember when she rescued us? It just felt like she was so all-knowing, and she's such a mysterious figure who's lived for so long. If she kinda knew what we were here to do, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
And so you return. Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
I haven't just come here to talk because Morrigan specifically said go kill her. We know your little secret, Flemeth.
Which one, I wonder? What has Morrigan told you? What little plan has she hatched this time?
If we're being smart, we shouldn't say what we know. Does it matter? I'm just investigating my options.
Composing your own tune, then? Now there's something even I can dance to. That you have come at all means you desire something. Perhaps I may yet give it to you. Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
What? And what happens to you?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
You think she'll believe that?
We believe what we want to believe. It's all we ever do.
And what do I get out of it?
You get to keep her for a time.
Ooh. I'm very conflicted here. I think keeping Flemeth alive is definitely the more interesting option, because then we can see what she gets up to later on. If she's dead, then we can't see what she gets up to. But if Morrigan finds out we lied to her, I don't think I could handle that. Especially because Morrigan is such a slow to trust person. If we betray her, I don't think we'd ever gain her trust again. But then, this is all without considering that Flemeth is my savior. She literally saved my life. Oh, I feel like there are so many things pulling at me here. But if I think I value Morrigan's trust. Oh, this is so crazy. I don't... No. Forget it.
Shame. What will it be then?
See, like, me wanting to see what Flemeth does later on, that's more a meta thing, right? But from like a role-playing perspective, if I want Morrigan's trust, if that's the #1 thing that I prioritize, then I should be killing her for real. I take the Grim War for myself. Really? She's orange, did you see? She's orange. Is it possible to fail a companion quest? I don't... Ooh, this is... I don't know what the consequences of this is. This is so... I can't just leave. I have to do something. Now, you die.
It is a dance poor Flemeth knows well. Let us see if she remembers the steps. Come, she will earn what she takes. I'd have it no other way.
Whoa. Whoa! What the hell? What? Flemeth the shapeshifter! Oh my... What the... I guess we don't even need to blow the horn to see a dragon. Oh, what the hell? We did read about how her codex was saying the stories around Flemeth. Something about how she was possessed by a demon. And shapeshifting. The final form of shapeshifting, maybe? Holy... Anyway, we gotta... Oh my god, what the hell? We're gonna die, guys! This is a dragon! This is no laughing matter! Please summon the wolf now. We need an extra body.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh! What the? Oh my god. What? I'm so scared right now. What is happening? Oh! Oh, see? Wind does get really close. You know what? I really prefer Wind to be further away right now. Especially seeing that thing. Buffet? Buffet! I think Wind should use the staff for now. Oh my god. Oh, this is not good. Does -10 attack even work on this thing? Oh my, am I even doing anything? What is happening? I'm actually doing some damage to it. Pathetically little, but some damage. Massive attack. Can we get it from the back or something? Oh god, move! Get out of the way! I feel like I'm yelling because I'm so agitated right now. Oh yeah, we need to heal. And then you need to give me... Is that not back yet? Maybe not. Oh my goodness. I can't even see this thing without zooming out.
It is begun. Enough.
I'm sorry, Wolf, you're like tanking everything. Does group heal work on the Wolf? Welonz, you should take a potion while we're still free here. Oh, that potion did like nothing. Liliana's getting... Oh, she's being targeted too. Probably because she has the line of sight. Alistair, you need to taunt. You need to threaten something. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm thinking right now. I think Liliana might go. We can't have her go. Will the glyph even work?
It shall be done.
For the Grey Wardens!
Yeah, it's attacking it? She's attacking Liliana. Attack us! Not Liliana! I don't think that worked. Petrify? Can try Petrify. At some point, like, when does it just become wasting mana, though? Because it's clearly not working.
On it.
I can't even see the status of the... Well, we got it at half health, but... I can't even see if it resisted it or not because it's not even on the screen.
Send me.
Let's grab some glory.
Okay, I think we should not stand in a line because it probably has some like flaming attacks that attack everybody in a line. No, you should use a potion because I want you to save your mana. Fire spit. Roar. Alistair. Oh my goodness, guys.
At your order.
As you say.
If we keep chugging stuff, we might be able to make it for a while. Minus 10 attack? I think we're getting hit every single time. I don't think it even matters. That pommel strike ain't doing crap. I need the wolf to come back. Just hang in there, everybody. Hang in there.
I'm armed.
Oh, silly. Welonz already had the... Sorry, Liliana. I really should have given the force field to you. Can you take it? No, she didn't even have time to take it. I can revive her. We need her to have people spreading the damage. Because otherwise, we won't have time to do anything. Is she back? Wait, did she come back and die? Revival is gone, but she's still not here. Oh, oh, are you kidding me? I don't have mana. That's so bad. That's so bad. I need to buy mana potions somewhere. Because I think I couldn't make any because I needed lyrium dust, but nobody at the camp sold lyrium dust. No, let's not. Let's try to do something more useful with our mana here. Because we can use potions. I need to zoom out more, I can't see.
Best be wary.
Wind attacking might honestly be a little bit better than just trying to keep us healed. Come on, Welonz, at the back. Oh, we're actually kind of close. Oh, this is insane. What would have happened if I didn't say kill, though? I don't know if I wanted to see this. Come on, Welonz. Its foot! It's hitting me with its foot! Alistair, are you doing something in the front?
Do you need help?
Oh, it's grabbing somebody. Oh! Wait, why did it grab me instead? What the hell? Okay, Alistair, I'm counting on you. Is it dead? Oh! Liliana, you missed out. That was... I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. The whole story was that a spirit possessed Flemeth, turning her into an abomination. And she was, according to what Morrigan learned from the book from the Circle Tower, lengthening her own life by eating her daughters or something. Oh, this is so bad though. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Ishal, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. She was slain at Morrigan's behest, at least, apparently. Oh? That would actually be best case scenario. If we think we killed her, but she's still alive somehow. Because then Morrigan wouldn't be mad at me, and it wouldn't be like I killed the person who tried to save us, who did save us. The key to Flemeth's hut! The dark shimmer around the cold metal seems to absorb light. Yes, now I can go back and get that one dagger I missed 20 million years ago. Wow, we actually... Okay, that's actually kind of cool though, because now we got a taste of what fighting a dragon is like.
It shall be done.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Robes of Possession. -1 willpower, plus 20 cold damage. 20%. Flemeth's Grimoire, an old but lovingly cared for book, bound in leather of questionable origin. The pages smell of herbs and wood smoke. Intricate stitching on the cover marks out a leafless tree, strangely ominous in its stark appearance. Morrigan. Yeah, the one dagger. The one dagger. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Flemeth's actually alive and all that, because she just seemed to know so much. Us being able to kill her at all? We've grown stronger since we were first saved by her, but not that much stronger. Ooh! Ooh, can we go back to camp first?
You have returned from the wilds, alive. What news have you?
That was fast. Flemeth is dead. You're free.
Dead? You actually managed it? I barely dared to hope 'twas even possible. And the real grimoire, did you find it?
Yes, here it is.
And so here it is. Fantastic. And thank you for helping me. No one has ever... Thank you.
It's okay to be happy, Morrigan. You don't have to suppress yourself. You're welcome.
We are hopefully free of any further pressing obligations involving my protection. Let us return to the road, shall we?
Yes, you're finally happy with me. Plus 19. Oh, yeah, I gotta go talk to people at the camp. This is a good reminder. That's right. Morrigan, would you like the... Pretty sure your clothing. I haven't changed on Morrigan's clothing since the very beginning. It's a wonder she's even still alive. What? It looks the exact same! What the hell? Oh my gosh, really? Okay, well, it is what it is.
I await your command.
How are you?
So, full of questions, are you?
Does she sound happier than before? Or is it just me? So, Flemeth is dead. Quotes around dead. What now?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no?
Even she thinks Flemeth is not dead. So she's not dead then. Even though fighting that dragon took everything out of us, my goodness. We need lyrium potions, my goodness. You know you can always rely on me, right?
Too much could happen in days to come to make such promises. Yet I am grateful. Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Finally, Morrigan's happy. That must have been weighing on her mind quite a bit. Whoa, she's actually supposed to be really warm to me, although I never felt it.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
That's it. Yeah, like give her some space and maybe we'll come back later on. She'll be more interested in talking. I'm gonna sell your clothes now though, Morrigan.
Something you need? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods, my...
Yeah. This one dagger. From the chest. Okay. So you gotta wear that forever, Morrigan. That's all we got. Do they really not have lyrium dust here? Yeah, lyrium dust. I don't have any of it. Do you sell lyrium
If
potions?
there's anything I can do for you, please. I'm sure...
I can at least make health poultices, but not the lyrium potions. So I'll buy a bunch. May just go through them really fast. The arcane warrior business with Wynn. Interesting so far, but I don't like that she gets so close, cause she needs to be further away so she stays alive. Hello?
On your order, Grey Warden.
Do you need anything?
The Jarl was generous, but rushed. Certain areas could see improvement. We're a mercenary force, Warden. Much of our equipment is self-financed. Were you to commit additional funds, we'd upgrade as we saw the need.
I don't have that much money, sorry. Earlier, when I was stocking my crafting ingredients, I bought 99 distillation agents, and surprisingly, it was like over 10 sovereign. I didn't realize it until I bought it and exited out. So yeah, I don't have that much money. The end.
What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
Anyone have thoughts on Arl Eamon? Alistair.
Ask away.
I had another dream about the archdemon.
Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think that archdemon needs to die. Quickly.
Well, short of waltzing through the entire Darkspawn horde and tapping it on the nose, I'm not sure just how we're supposed to do that. But killing the archdemon is the general plan, I understand. Good to have you on board. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
Did we really need that confirmation? We haven't seen it in person though, it's just been telepathic so far. Hey, well, fighting dragons before the archdemon might be good practice.
Ask away. Of course.
You don't want to talk about Arl Eamon?
Such as they are. About the Grey Warden.
Wow.
Ask away.
Okay. That's surprising.
I have been mistaken.
What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
What changed your mind?
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
I will not look to find you on the battlefield. Like he would try to avoid killing me if we were on different sides of a war, is that what you're saying? I hope I won't see you then, too.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
A little bit morbid to think about because we're all coming together for the Blight, but once that ends, if it ends, and if we make it out alive, we might have to go back to different stances. Sten's equipment, I want to highlight that I gave him his sword, but I think this one's better. Fate's Edge. 15 damage plus some nice runes. Whereas the Asala is like not as nice, and I didn't give him a rune there. Maybe I should. I do have a few spares. Oh, I think it's in Soldier's Peak now though. Never mind. Zevran? You okay?
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Never mind. Okay.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
We need to talk.
Of course.
About us.
Wait, you want to talk about us? Is there something bothering you?
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Really? You think so? You're so sweet.
That's it? Oh, okay. It was a way to break it off if we wanted to. Oh, okay. It's okay. I don't want to break it off. Not yet, anyway. Yes?
It doesn't have better things to do.
You don't seem to like humans much.
That is true. I do not. I'm not interested in getting into a discussion on the subject, however. Ask another time. If it is done asking overly obvious questions, let us find some humans to throw off a cliff or something.
Am I not a human in your eyes? Or are you just unapologetic about saying that in front of me?
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Yeah, I don't have runes here. That's okay. Asala I gave to Sten to hold just because it's his sword, but I think the other one being better, it just makes more sense for him to use it. You know, just use that one, right? Okay. Time for us to set off again then, right? I think so. You know what? We should probably do a little bit of reading. We should. Dragon. Again? High dragon. Because of Flemeth. Okay. A fully mature female adult dragon is the High Dragon, the great monster of legend, the rarest of all dragonkind. These dragons hollow out massive layers of themselves, for they need the space to house their harem of drakes, as well as their eggs and the dragonlings. High dragons are seldom seen. We see them twice in a row. They spend most of their time sleeping and mating, living off the prey their drakes bring back. But once every 100 years or so, the High Dragon prepares for clutching by emerging from her lair and taking wing. She will fly far and wide, eating hundreds of animals, most often livestock, over the course of a few weeks and leaving smoldering devastation in her wake. She then returns to her lair to lay her eggs and will not appear in the skies again for another century. Kinda like some kind of hibernation. Female only. The males just never achieve this level of greatness. They get stuck at dragons, I guess. Flemeth shapeshifting into a dragon, in my head, it's kind of like wearing a costume, but since we got an entry here, I guess at that time she actually was like an actual dragon. I want to read the elven ones that we left behind before first. Dirthaman, Keeper... oh, this is almost... I'm kind of curious about these things too. I want to knock off the elven ones first, because we're already done that area. The Dales. Many forget that when Holy Andraste called out to the oppressed peoples to rise up, it was the elves who answered her first. The humblest slaves of the Imperium became her vanguard, and when victory came, they were rewarded accordingly. They were given a land in what is now the south of Orlais, called the Dales. A great exodus of elves undertook the journey to their new home, crossing ocean, desert, and mountain. Their city, the first elven city since the fabled Arlathan, was called Halemshiro. A new era had begun for the elves, but the old era wasn't through with them. In their forest city, the elves turned again to worship their silent ancient gods. They became increasingly isolationist, posting emerald knights who guarded their borders with jealousy, rebuking all efforts at trade or civilized discourse. Dark rumors spread in the lands that bordered the Dales, whispers of humans captured and sacrificed to elven gods. And then came an attack by the elves on the defenseless village of Red Crossing. The Chantry replied with the exalted march of the Dales, and the era of the Elven Kingdom came to an end. Halemshiro was utterly destroyed, and the elves driven out, scattered, left to survive on goodwill alone. It's a long time ago, wasn't it? Doesn't even mention a time here. History of the Dryadens. Oh, this is a leftover one. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connection to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee for Reldon. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name De Rocher. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The De Rocher merchant family prospered and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie the Roacher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivety, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. Ooh. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen and a hero of the people of Ferelden. Clearly written before we found out what happened for real. Written by Levi. The Dalish Elves. I took the road north of Val Royeaux toward Navarra with a merchant caravan. A scant 2 days past the Orlesian border, we were beset by bandits. They struck without warning from the cover of the trees, hammering our wagons with arrows, killing most of the caravan guards instantly. The few who survived the arrow storm drew their blades and charged into the trees after our attackers. We heard screams muffled by the forest, and then nothing more of those men. After a long silence, the bandits appeared, elves covered in tattoos and dressed in hides. They looted all the supplies and valuables they could carry from the merchants and disappeared back into the trees. These, I was informed later, were the Dalish, the wild elves who lurk in the wilderness on the fringes of settled lands, preying upon travelers and isolated farmers. These wild elves have reverted to the worship of their false gods and are rumored to practice their own form of magic, rejecting all human society. Hopefully that won't be the case anymore after the whole werewolf business. We helped them, so at least that specific group probably has a bit better impression of humans, hopefully. Ferelden stuff. Yeah, okay. I want to read the chapter stuff as well. Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux, and I mean this literally. Once, the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronnesses and baronets and sir barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, as it is known, whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this, I am assured by almost every gentleman here. And my impression of everything I've heard of Orlais so far is that it's quite wealthy. Especially in comparison to Ferelden, I think. Ferelden, of all the places that we've traveled to so far, get the impression it's quite poor. Maybe except Denerim. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Drakon, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists today, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Val Royeaux, the statue of Drakon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Drakon determined that the Grand Game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own, and Lord and Lady. There was a Fort Drakon back in Denerim, wasn't there, next to it? I am told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the Grand Game as Drakon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles, rather than official ones, such as the Exalted Patron of Tassus Clay, or Uncle to the Champion of Tremis. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doormen at the balls who must rattle them off as each guests enter the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. Oh, there exists neither the concept of rule by merit, nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the Grand Game. And then, there are the masks. And the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever. But that is another story. Fairly recent. The masks? I'm thinking like masquerade balls, rich people stuff. Lake, I thought we read the geography one before, didn't we? Vaguely feel like I remember it. Or maybe that was a geography of some other place. Lake Calenhad. The waters of Lake Calenhad are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belenas, the mountain which stood at the center of the world, from which Korth, the Mountain Father, surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw the Belenas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by Razikael, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This was why they built a great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. Oh, so the Circle Towers actually got quite a bit of history. It was built back in the Tevinter Imperium days. But most of us know the legend of King Calenhad, which gives the place its name. We did read about this before. It is said that Calenhad Therin spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day, he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Four Mari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of the mail armor the Circle gave to Calenhad. In that armor, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow could pierce him, so as long as he stood on Ferelden soil. Sounds like people loved him. Speaking of Calenhad... yeah, let's read about the legend of Calenhad. Makes sense to me. The first one we did read, he was like a squire of some better knight, and then remember the whole story about how... we read this one a long time ago, like back when we first visited Redcliffe. But he was very gracious and merciful to a guy that he won, and then the king back then was like, okay, since you were nice to me, I'll be nice to you too. Basically. Anyway, he became king. So, Chapter 2. With the allegiance of Arl Myrddin, Calenhad began his rise to greatness. Some of Myrddin's allies also pledged allegiance, but most thought him foolhardy. A boy commoner was to lead them and become king? Over the years that followed, however, Calenhad would prove himself worthy of Myrddin's trust. With each victory, he won over more men to his command, and his reputation as a man of honor spread. Eventually, during his campaign against the lowland Banorn, he met his most infamous friend and companion, the vaunted warrior Lady Shayna. Calenhad married the famously beautiful daughter of Myrddin, Meryn, and his firm belief in the ways of the Chantry became the staple of his court. In the time when the Chantry was still new to the lands and the court following Andraste held the majority of the power in Ferelden, Calenhad began to solidify the nation as one, in line with the other nations around it. This piety eventually won over to Calenhad, those faithful in Ferelden who had been waiting for such a leader. With Lady Shayna at his side, Calenhad was unstoppable, and by 542 Exalted, the war for Ferelden had come down to one final battle against the collective forces of Simeon, Terran of Denerim, and the most potent nobleman in the land. Calenhad persuaded the Circle of Magi to come to his aid, as well as the Ash Warriors, in the Battle of White Valley. He famously defeated Terran Simeon and united the nation. Hey, the Ash Warriors, those were the mercenary guys we saw at Ostagar, right? Are they completely gone now then? Cause I guess they all died there. During the battle, Simeon nearly killed Calenhad, but Lady Shayna intervened and took the wound for him, slaying Simeon. Calenhad was crowned king in Denerim, and that year, with Meryn his queen, but he spent much of the months that followed nursing Lady Shayna back to health. King Calenhad's Ferelden was peaceful for a time, with the Chantry spreading quickly under the king's guidance. Everywhere the king and queen went, they were surrounded by cheering crowds. The common folk celebrated Calenhad as one of their own who had achieved the impossible, and trade opened up with many outside lands for the first time in Ferelden's existence. But, as with many such golden ages, it was not to last. And then Chapter 3. Calenhad's legend tells that Lady Shayna harbored a love for her king that went beyond friendship, a love that she had kept secret out of her sense of duty and honor. Well, I would hope it went beyond friendship. Well, she saved his life, right? By taking the blow. Was it an arranged marriage? Why would they say it's above friendship? It should be above friendship. When offered a love potion by a witch in disguise, a witch who would later turn out to be the vengeance-seeking sister of Arl Simeon, Lady Shayna gave in to temptation. She used the potion on Calenhad, but Queen Meryn discovered the two of them together. Oh, Shayna... I'm sorry, I'm mixing up the names. Yes, Calenhad's friend, quote-unquote friend, was Lady Shayna, but his wife was Meryn. Lady Shayna is the one who took the blow for him? I see. Queen Meryn discovered the two of them together that night, and broken-hearted, fled Denerim to return to her father. She told Myrddin everything, and he angrily threatened to revoke his support of Calenhad, and began anew the civil war. It is said that Lady Shayna felt remorseful at her manipulation of her best friend's heart and confessed her use of forbidden magic to the court. Although her life was forfeit, Calenhad forgave Lady Shayna for what she had done and refused to have her executed. Myrddin furiously roused the other Arls against Calenhad and Lady Shayna, and it was not long before Ferelden stood on the brink of civil war once again. All because of one woman. No mention of how Calenhad felt about her though, leaving a little bit of room for imagination. Against Calenhad's orders, Lady Shayna went alone to Merrin to plead for peace and pled her case, only to be found up by Myrddin and slain. Angered but also saddened, Calenhad challenged Myrddin to an honor duel, a fight neither of them wanted, but both knew was necessary. And Myrddin was slain. Oh. The death of the king's greatest ally, an important Arl, was too much for the young kingdom to bear. The other Arls would not back down in their claims against Calenhad. The threat of civil war rose once again. Calenhad went to his wife one last time, then, although none knew what he said to her, and then he simply vanished. He left with Merrin, a proclamation abdicating his throne in favor of the son his queen carried in her belly, who eventually ascended to the throne as King Welonz I, the king credited with establishing the Therin dynasty, lasting to this day. Calenhad would never reappear. Therin. So does that mean that Alistair is related to Calenhad then? Very distantly? The legend of Calenhad himself only grew over time as stories and sightings multiplied, even long after the point when Calenhad could possibly still be alive. Some say he disappeared into the Korkari wilds, or went to live with the dwarves, or even became a monk in a reclusive chantry order. The chantry named Calenhad, one of its anointed in 788 Storm, Calenhad's sword, Nemetos, was left with Merrin and became a symbol of Ferelden kingship over the next century. Rumors of its magical powers grew, and when it was lost in the ambush that killed King Venedrin in 824 Blessed, it was seen as a great blow to the Therin line. Several false swords have appeared since that time, but never has a true sword resurfaced. Maybe we'll see it someday. I guess that's how these things go. You're such a great honorable guy, you build up an empire, and then everything comes crumbling down because of women. These type of things always seem to come down to two reasons. It's either money or women. Coin or copulation.